Thank you so much for joining me once again. I am excited to talk to you all about how I teach my classes inside organizations and companies. And how I do this is from the lens of a 6-year-old. So when I teach classes to, yes, adults in organizations and companies, I come from the 6-year-old perspective. I have a 6-year-old at home and she asks plenty of questions. And if I get annoyed and don't answer those questions, I am not going to allow her to build some of those foundations that she needs, regardless of the topic. So, for instance, at my household, my daughter will ask, "Why is your skin pink, Mommy?" And she also says, "But mine is brown, and Daddy's is darker brown." And so we have even race talks in our house, and we talk about differences. Now she asks me, "Mommy, what's wrong with your eyes?" And I say, "Mommy's eyes don't work as well as yours, but yours work differently than mine." And so that's just another one of our differences. So because she's a 6-year-old, I could respond with, "We don't talk about disability. That's not nice to say." Or I can be open about the conversation and really have these conversations with her about skin color, about differences, about abilities, about strengths, all these things that you may be good at this and I may be good at this. So when I teach my classes, I tell all the people that are involved, all our trainings, we are all 6-year-olds in this disability conversation. And what I say by that is when our parents were out and about with us, or our grandparents, or our aunts and uncles, whoever raised us, if we wanted to ask a question about disability, it was often said, don't ask, don't look, don't stare, that's rude, how dare you, all of those things. So immediately we were taught that it was a shameful thing to have a disability. And so we never talked about it. We never got to have those conversations. So now that we're all in these workplaces working, really trying to do the best thing we can, really trying to be the best people we can, but we don't have any foundation. So we're trying and we're messing up and we're trying and we're messing up. And this is happening in all realms of diversity and equity. How many people have launched a diversity program, had it miserably fail, and now they're scared to do it again? It's the same thing. How many times did you develop a program that you thought was amazing and it failed, regardless of diversity and equity? For some reason, there's this expectation that we are supposed to put out these programs and have them be perfect immediately. It's not going to happen. We have to build those foundations. Okay, what did I mess up at? Where was the failure in our program? Where was my knowledge not up to par? And then build from there. So we're all 6-year-olds in this conversation. There's no shame in that. There's no blame in that. There's none of that sort. What we need to do from here is say, okay, I am a 6-year-old. When I walk up to somebody who's blind on the street corner, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to interact. And that's okay that that's where I'm at. But what do I do from here? How do I grow as a human being, and how do I treat that person, yes, that has a disability, as a human? And that's what we teach in these classes. How do we have these conversations with the ADA code and all these rules and regulations, but what about the human aspect of this piece? And so the 6-year-old questions is a great place to start. We have a poster full of questions in the office, and we look at them and talk about them and try to engage with them. And those questions come from confidential manner that people can write their questions down. We go through as an office and answer them the best of our abilities and send them back out to the class so that everybody's able to learn and grow their foundation about disability, help kill the stigma, minimize the microaggressions, and really become an inclusive workplace. So, thank you so much for joining me. Remember, it's okay to be a 6-year-old and ask some of those questions and get some answers. Always get comfortable with the uncomfortable, especially around disability, and include everyone. Thank you.